Hello there. I'm back today again, but today I'm doing something different. I would be doing my Minecraft series, but I'm not right now. This is gonna be a different video. So, this is gonna present my Roblox game. So, I'd like to proudly present to you A Life in Pompeii. This is the Roblox game that I'm making, and I mentioned it in my first video, so yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and allow you guys to see a little more of the stuff. Well, first off, I'd like to show you what my I have all these buttons here. I'm gonna show you the credits. It's a game development, OE Carolina. You might have seen a player named OE Carolina or Dragos of Lightning. That's me. That's me. And then my help in testing, my cousins, AGB Alex 11, Daisy is my cat 246, and Scarlet the Wolf Cat. So, those are my cousins. If you see them, you'll know who they are. So, remove that. Info, there's nothing in the info yet. Settings, nothing here yet. And update, version 1.1 has not yet been released. So, those are the settings buttons. So, that's the update button. So, now removing the frame entirely, boom. This is what you're presented with. Now, one thing I will point out is yes, the game is far from completion, and stuff is also kind of floating. I'll patch that in the revamped version 4.0, so yeah. Another 300 updates once this game is finished, but yeah, sorry. It's gonna be a little bit of an eyesore. Also, from looking at this, you might recognize, if you guys play Row Saber, which is not a game that I made, so full credit to the creator of that game. You might, if you're in the community made levels, you might have seen a level called Another Battle. Well, that's actually part of this game's soundtrack that I'm using. But I'm going to let you guys listen to the soundtrack, and I'm not going to start the actual home building. I'm just going to allow you guys to listen to some of the sounds and the soundtrack, and kind of give you guys a little overview of the map. Then I'm going to play it once. So, this is what it looks like. Here's Action Man, created by Roblox. Duplicates just to make it, just so I can add some corpses scattered around. This is my best efforts, and these guys, I know they have weird names, and they look weird, and for some reason they have the same animation, but I don't really care. I just try to make a little sword fight. But away from that, now here's After the Disaster A. These are the unedited names. The names with the spaces are unedited. The ones without or with a different name than the beginning, those are the edited ones. And those are the ones that I have already planned to use. And I have their location pointed out. So, yeah. This is After the Disaster A. So, what I have here is Mount Vesuvius. It might not look like there's ash there, but because of how I'm selecting things, the particles are actually there. They're just not visible. So what's really going to happen is when the eruption happens, stuff's just going to... transparency is going to turn off, so they'll become visible. And I have it in the order that ash tends to rise, so it'll actually make it look like the ash is rising into the sky. But yeah, next piece of soundtrack. Another battle. I've already changed the name because I already have it planned for the gladiatorial matches that you'll have for an hour before the volcano erupts. So, here's another battle by Roblox. back to the lobby. Now, quick disclaimer, I'm going to be only playing the music in the game. The actual sounds you'll hear in some of the other things. And also, one thing I do want to say before I play this next bit of music, Approaching Darkness. So, my classmate at school, he said he really wants to be like me, like, I want to be just like him. Well, I have a word for you, Winston. You just have to be yourself. That's where the charm comes from. Oh my goodness. But yeah, on with the next bit of music, Approaching Darkness, which will last for 84 seconds. And here's Assault, which will last for over 3 minutes, so this is going to be quite a long one. Here's a salt complex is going to play when the fireballs start shooting out of the mountain. Also, when that part that sounded like a glitch played, that wasn't a glitch, that was a part of the music. Here's Deathmatch Chase, which is going to last for a minute. Okay, Elven Blood 1OL. I don't even know why that name was chosen, but okay. It's the final fight with your owner. End of the world plays when Pompeii starts getting bombarded really heavily. Not during the first wave, but during the second wave of all the fireballs. It really starts coming down hard and destroying everything. So let's hear it. just because I feel like it, I'm gonna let you guys listen to the 11-second sound of the explosion that you'll hear when Mount Vesuvius erupts. Here we go. Yeah, that's stopping. Here's Fight On by Roblox as well. So just over 2 minutes. This is going to play when there's a massive forest fire during a lava flow that goes down into the forest that's going to be placed over there. You're going to have to escape Pompeii. First meets the ocean, but then tsunami comes and destroys the harbor. Then you have to go over there. Assault plays when there's a massive landslide destroying your exit again, which because there's too much stuff for you to be able to make it through. And then a forest fire burns down. Then a forest fire occurs because the lava flow in the forest burns down. And it's too dangerous to be there, so your only hope, if you don't manage to escape, your only hope is to just, well, go out with the flame. But here's Fight On. That's Fight On. Here's Immortal, which is 30 seconds long. So, here we go. But then as this is coming to an end, this song's gonna start playing, Impending Disaster. Military Pantheon. This is going to play as soon as you enter Pompeii and after every gladiatorial match. So, yeah, the gladiatorial matches are going to be game loot. So most of the stuff's going to repeat. Most of it's going to repeat, but every time it's going to select a random person. So when the game is out in 1.0, I think next year, like next time in December, like you'll understand. The game's gonna randomly select someone, and then 2 minutes later, the match is gonna start. All the civilian players when version 2.0 comes out are gonna be heading towards that. Once the players are selected, players are gonna walk out. The players are gonna walk out. This is gonna play, and then another battle plays. Once that finishes, like when you kill your opponent, or when your opponent kills you, or when time runs out. You're gonna have 6 minutes, by the way. When time runs out, then once everything's gone, then this is gonna play. Nah, my hair's in the way. Pirates. This is gonna play as the build up to the landslide. as well. Here, well, rumble explosion is gonna play you before end of the world. Here's a run, originally called Panic Room by Roblox. So, here is a run. That's Run or Panic Room. This one's a long one. Sad end. Has a violin, but mostly piano. It's gonna play it's gonna play after the game that ends because of the tragedy that just happened. Because of the tragedy that just occurred. So, here we go. So yeah, sad slaughter. This is what plays in the very beginning of the game during the prologue. When your family is killed by the Romans, and you're taken into slavery to be a gladiator. This is the music that plays in this spot right here. Since 11 this is the actual game. yeah, basically, with the context of this, what's gonna happen is, let's say you're in a small little camp from outside the town of Apontis. You're outcast because you were hoping to overthrow the emperor. It didn't work. Emperor decided to send some of his forces to capture the children, make them gladiators, and to slaughter everyone else. Inspired by the movie, the opening to this game is inspired by the movie Pompeii by Paul Anderson. Because in that movie, the main character's family is killed by the Romans, a Celtic rebellion, and this opening to the game is inspired by that. So yeah, full credit to the creation of that kind of opening to Paul Anderson. And I've seen the movie Pompeii. It's actually really good. Especially with the eruption sequence in the end. It's actually really good, so yeah. We are moving on. Seek and Destroy. It's the next one. Over 2 minutes long. And here we go. This is gonna be during another boss fight of the game. I was originally gonna do a bear, but that was just weird. So I'm changing it to some hunters who just happen to stumble upon the. I'm doing some hunters that are with bows. Excuse me for a second. Just felt like I was about to sneeze. There's hunters with bows. I think my parents have food ready. They just happen to stumble upon the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. So, and they're trying to eliminate you. So you have to fight them back, and then you have to kill them. That's basically it. So now here, Sky Fortress Stings is going to be the intro to the gladiatorial match. I'll give you a little context afterwards. So if this is going to work right, it's going to sound a little bit like this. gonna sound a little like that. Then now soundtrack 16C, which is gonna play as you're trying to flee as you're trying to flee Pompeii on a boat sailing out into the Mediterranean. So, excuse me. Here we go. Here's the song. Also a little context of the game. These 3 sounds here are going to be heard during the prologue along with Sad Slaughter, so here it is. Here's this one. I shortened it. I made the playback speed. I divided the playback speed by 2 because it played too long. These sounds are gonna repeat. Sort of swish. Boom. Now this next one, Volcano, this is gonna be heard during the opening, so I don't need to play it because this is literally the first thing you hear. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a little tour of what I have so far laid out. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this visible. Then exit that, and play. You're actually gonna see the way it works. Also, I'm the one with the username OE Carolina, like I already said. So this is the beginning of the game. This is the very beginning of the game. I haven't made a thumbnail yet, though. And you can see this info, settings, nothing available. Credits. What? This is me. You might also see it's raining. This is what you see spawning into the game. The soundtrack that's playing right now is Volcano, the very last thing at the bottom. Like I said, it's the first thing. What's happening is the scripts are playing music. And all the sound effects they put. So the whole thing's going to be controlled by scripts. That's basically code. So this is part 1 of my creation series. I already got a head start, so you're going to watch me build and create this game until it's out. Then you'll see trailers. Once the game's out, you're then just going to see trailers. guys did do their little dance right there, where they were fighting, but you just didn't see the animation. You didn't see the animation. It didn't work. I put the rain in to try to make it look like the rain touched the home. Little sand up here to make it seem like a bottle. And teleport. Now I'm going over there. Here we go. And you'll watch me change teams, and there'll be a chat message that pops up. Boom. Pompeii spawn. You are now on the Pompeii team. And you can see military canopy in the places, but that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Adios.